Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today in this video, we will continue the remaining parts of chapter 1 and learn about geographical features of India. Geographical features of India. So if you are new to my channel, please subscribe and share with your friends. So let's begin it. As you know, our country India extends far and wide. At its north lies Himalayas mountain, as you can see in this map. To the east, Bay of Bengal. To the west, Arabian Sea. And to the south, the Indian Ocean. Except for the islands of Andaman and Nicobar and Lakshadweep, the rest of the country is contiguous. As you can see, Andaman and Nicobar Island is in Bay of Bengal and Lakshadweep is in Arabian Sea. Now let's talk about geographical regions of India. The following regions are seen to be important when we look at the course of Indian history. For example, the Himalayas, the plains of Sindhu, Ganga, Brahmaputra rivers, the Thar Desert, the Deccan Plateau, the coastal regions, and the islands in the seas. We will learn about them in brief and see how they are connected to the ancient Indian history. Himalayas. The Hindu Kush and Himalaya ranges have created an impenetrable wall. Impenetrable means impossible to pass through or enter. So it has created impenetrable wall on the northern side of the Indian subcontinent. This wall has separated the Indian subcontinent from the deserts of Central Asia. However, there is a land route through the Khyber and the Bolan Pass, says in the Hindu Kush mountains. Here you can see the picture of Khyber Pass. This route was connected to an ancient trade route. The trade route from China passed through Central Asia and reached Arabia. It is known as Silk Route or Silk Road because silk was the main commodity exported to the western countries. Using this route, many foreign travelers also came to India by this route. So student, why it is known as the Silk Route or Silk Road? Because silk was the main commodity exported to the western countries. Next, we have the plains of the Sindhu, Ganga, Brahmaputra. This region consists of the basin of the three big rivers, Sindhu, Ganga, Brahmaputra and their tributaries. This region extends from Sindh, Punjab in the west to the present-day Bangladesh in the east. Now, students, you might be thinking what is the reason that this plains is very much important in Indian history, because it was in this region that the earliest Indian civilization of Harappa and the later states and empire of ancient India emerged. The Thar Desert. Desert means Marusthal or Registan. The Thar Desert spreads across Rajasthan, Haryana and some parts of Gujarat. A part of the desert lies in today's Pakistan. Students, many sites of the Harappan civilization are situated along the now dry course of the river. The Deccan Plateau, a region bound by the sea on three sides, is called a peninsula. What is a peninsula? A region bound by the sea on three sides is called a peninsula. A major part of the Indian peninsula is occupied by the Deccan Plateau. As you can see in this map, it is highlighted with brown color. This region, this area is known as Deccan Plateau. The Sahyadri mountain ranges are to its west. They are known as Western Ghats. The mountain on the eastern side of the Deccan Plateau are known as Eastern Ghats. Now let's learn about the historical importance of Deccan Plateau. Deccan Plateau has fertile land where many post-Harappan agrarian culture flourished. Deccan Plateau was a part of the Maurya Empire. After the decline of the Maurya Empire, several other kingdoms and smaller empires continued to flourish in this region. Now let's move on to the coastal region and see its importance in ancient Indian history. From the time of the Harappan civilization, ancient India had trade relations with the western countries. This trade was carried on by sea. Therefore, India had developed contact and interaction with foreign cultures. Later on, land routes came to be used for trade and transport, but the importance of sea routes did not diminish. The islands in the sea. Andaman and Nicobar are the Indian islands in the Bay of Bengal. Lakshadweep is a group of Indian islands in the Arabian Sea. The location of these islands may have been important in ancient sea trade. The manuscript Periplus of the Erythraean Sea or Handbook of the Red Sea makes a mention of Indian islands. It has been written by an unknown Greek sailor. Now let's learn about the Indian subcontinent. Children, Afghanistan, Pakistan, Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka and India together form the region known as South Asia. Considering the expanse and significance of India in this region, it is also known as Indian subcontinent. So, Indian subcontinent include Afghanistan, Pakistan, Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka and India. China and Myanmar are not a part of South Asia or the Indian subcontinent. However, they had cultural and trade relations with ancient India. They have an important place in the study of ancient Indian history. The Harappan civilization had spread mainly in the northwestern part of the Indian subcontinent. So students, here I am ending this lecture. I hope that you liked my lecture, and if you like my lecture, please subscribe, press the bell icon for notification, like and share with your friends. Thank you for watching.